Hi friends, in this video I show you how you can interact with Spring Boot GraphQL project through HTTP POST requests. So this project performs all CRUD operation upon player class. I mean by CRUD, create, read, update and delete. Each player
has
a name and a team. The team is a num. For more details, I
recommend
to watch this video. I will put the link in the description part. In this video, we will see just the execution part and interact with endpoints through HTTP POST request. So let's take a near look about the project. So here we have a num and here we have queries. I can find all players. So this is return a table of player object. I can find a player by an ID and number of players. And here we have mutation. I can create a player, update a player and delete a player. So this is the class of player and this is all the endpoints. So find all. So this is a controller. Find one by an ID, which return also a player. Number players, which return an integer. Create, which return a player. Update, which return also a player. And delete, which return a player. So let's see the execution part and interact with GraphQL. So this is the URL. So this is the port number. So here localhost 8080 graphiql. So this is the interface. Now let's see all the endpoints. So here I have find all, find one, number player. So this is a query. So let's try to find all players. I need to return the ID of each player, the name and the team, and let's run. So this is the data which comes from my project. So here in the controller or in the player service, so this is a post construct. I create all these rows, all these players. So let's find one player. So find one and I need ID and name and team, and let's put here the parameter, for example 2. I want to return just this player. So as we see, this is the result. Let's try to get the number of players. So this is all players. I have 5 players. So as we see here, we have 5 players. And let's try now to create a new player. So create name, for example Mustafa, the team MCO, and I need to return the ID, name and team. So my mutation. So as we see here, I create new player by ID number 6, name, and this is the team. Let's try to find all players, name, ID and team, and I delete the mutation. So this is the number 6 as we see here. Now let's try to update number 6, update, for example number 6, name, for example Omar, and the team also, for example GSS, and I want to return the ID, name and team, and I delete this one. So as we see here, I update number 6 from Omar to Mustafa, and I update the team Let's see, find, or let's try to find just one. Find one, number 6 here. So as we see here, so I need to return name and team. So this is the update. Now let's try to delete the number 6, my mutation. So here, delete 6, and I return the name, ID, and team. So as we see here, I delete the number 6. Let's try to find all, ID, name, and team. So as we see here, the number 6 is deleted. Now let's try to interact with this endpoint using post request. So I have this plugin graphiql to interact with HTTP client, post request, and this is the endpoint GraphQL. So here I copy this one, and here I put post request, and here content JSON. So now let's try to fetch all players. So this is the query, this is the key, and this is the value, find all, and I want each player by your name, team, and ID. So let's send this request. So this is the result as we see here, a table of players. Let's suppose we need just the name and the ID. I delete the team, and let's resend again. So each player by your name and ID. So here I can find just one player. For example, ID number 3, send. So this is the player of number 3. So here we have mutation. Let's try to create new player. So query, so here mutation, create, and the name, this is the name, and this is the team, and I want to return ID, name, and team. Let's send. So this is the result, ID number 7. So let's try to find all players. So as you see, this is the number 7. Let's try to update, for example, number 7. So I want to update number 7 by Sofyan, GASA, and this is the team, send. So as we see, this is the player 7. I update the name. Let's try to find all to see if the number 7 was updated or not. Find all. So this is the number 7, and now let's try to delete number 7. Number 7, I want to delete it. I want to return just the ID and the name, send. So this is the result. Let's try to find all to see if the player with the ID 7 was deleted or not. Find all, send. So as we see here, the number 5 is the last one. The number 7 was deleted. So here, for example, one request with 2 queries. I can also send this JSON body. So here I want to find one player by the ID 2, and also I want to find all players. So let's try to send. So this is the result here, data find one. So this is the result of find one, and this is the result of find all. In the next video, we try to create a Java program which allows us to interact with this endpoint through console mode. As we see here, when I type 1, I can find all players, as we see here. So this is all players, and I can find a player by ID. So let's type 2, put the ID player. For example, I want to recuperate just the player number 2, so here I type 2. This is the player number 2. So in the next video, we will share with you this Java program and try to interact more with this endpoint.